I'm Jake Kazmarowski, and this is 6A News. 6A all day. Listen up, all high school seniors, hipsters, gangsters, jocks, nerds, preps, tools, band geeks, druggies, and gamers. Our college correspondent, Jake Kazmarowski, has a story about what your life may be like next year if you are attending UW-Madison. Jake? Thanks, Jake. The University of Wisconsin-Madison houses 6,834 students each year. The housing website provides information to those students related to move-in date, things to bring to campus, stuff already in the room, directions to get here, and where the students will be eating. But there is nothing provided about what life is like when they get here. 6A News is here to give those incoming freshmen some real insight into their new life in the dorms. Incoming freshmen have a choice to live in two different neighborhoods, Southeast and Lakeshore. Both have two different styles of living. The Southeast neighborhood, located downtown near the Kohl's Center, consists of Barnard, Chadbourne, Ogg, Whitty, Celery, and Smith halls, as well as the Merritt and Susan B. David houses. Here are some thoughts from Whitty Hall residents about their favorite attributes of Whitty.
What I like about Whitty is that it's such a social dorm and that you can walk out your door and you can hang out with your friends and everyone's in a really close, fun environment.
I would have to say the social scene is my favorite part of living in Whitty because I was able to make friends and go out on weekends very quickly with that group of said friends. And assimilating to college is really hard when you have to make new friends, so kind of made it a lot easier.
As you can see, Whitty Hall has the stereotype of being a very social dorm. In a recent survey taken by this news station of 119 students, of those living in Whitty, 46% thought it was fun and exciting during the week, and 46% also thought it felt like a house party on the weekend. One of the newer dorms in the Southeast neighborhood, Ogg Hall, has a very different feeling, and the people there like it for many different reasons.
I really like the people.
I like the freedom of, I don't know, our house fellows never like in our hair at all. So it's
No,
we can
she's
do whatever we
not.
want.
Big rooms.
In the recent survey taken, 53% of the people in the survey said that Ogg during the week was chill, and during the weekend, 47% of the residents said it was fun and exciting. The feeling of Ogg Hall is best summed up by Ogg resident Eric Stelpfug.
The Celery and Whitty ones are like the party ones, and then Lakeshore is kind of the opposite of that. And it's also like really far away from everything. And then like Ogg is probably like the in-between, where it's like close to everything, and it's probably more sociable than Lakeshore, but it's not like crazy ridiculous like Celery and Whitty are as far as like there's places to study inside the dorm.
The residence halls on Southeast are generally seen as party dorms that are allowed all of the time. But there are a few exceptions like Ogg Hall that seem to be the best of both worlds. So if you are looking to party hardy, look at Southeast. The other option for residence hall neighborhoods is Lakeshore, found on the southern shores of Lake Mendota. The Lakeshore dorms are Tripp, Adams, Cronsage, Cole, Sullivan, Bradley, Schlichter, Phillips, and Elizabeth Waters, as well as a brand new in the fall of 2011 Lakeshore dorm. Lakeshore has a very different mood than Southeast, and here are a few words from a Lakeshore resident.
I'd have to say my favorite part is probably that it's really quiet. I'm up early a lot of the time, and I do a lot of studying, so it's a really good environment for that. Not a whole lot happens, but I can get to sleep when I want to, and I can get a lot of work done, which is good.
Most Lakeshore residents said that it is chill during the week, and that it is fun and exciting during the weekend. Once a freshman decides where they want to live, they can rank their dorm choices online. Many worry about getting their last choice, but 79% of those surveyed said they got their top 3 housing choices. After they find out where they are living, freshmen move in the fall. Many experience a shock to how different college life is compared to home. Here are a few words from current residents.
I think the biggest shock for me was just the situation you're put in. Like, you're thrown into a place where you don't have any friends, and you just have to be, like, really friendly for, the first couple weeks of school.
The food is a lot different than home. Like, you're going to appreciate a home-cooked meal a hell of a lot more.
The whole dorm setting, living in a small room versus being all over the house, lofting my bed, that was a little strange. I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
Sharing bathrooms, just like, the cluster of showers, stalls, all that stuff. It's a little odd, but you get used to it.
Being away from my parents. Oh, home-cooked food.
Yes.
This is
Home-cooked
the
food.
first time I've ever done my own laundry. So that was interesting. I dyed all my socks.
Living in the dorms also means dealing with your roommate. But 53% of those surveyed said that they are good friends with their roommate. So you will most likely get along with them. Most likely. Roommates Sharissa Rock and Rose Carlson discuss their experience.
Our roommate
We
situation
love each other.
is
Well, we love
awesome.
each other. We did the random roommate,
We did.
and not everybody works out, but I feel like we're really super compatible.
Yeah.
And we like the same things. And we just, we
my
have fun.
God.
We love each other.
Yeah, Madison did a good job.
Now, parents. You don't need to worry about your child facing the world alone without someone looking out for them from time to time. Every dorm floor has a residential advisor, or at UW-Madison, a house fellow. Katie Lazars explains her job as a Whitty House Fellow.
So my job essentially is to make sure that the floor, first of all, follows housing policy and rules, but also then that they build community and make friends, because the freshman experience is more than just academics. So my role is to make sure that they stay on top of academics, but also engage in that social aspect.
Katie also goes on to explain the drinking policy of the UW-Madison dorms.
So you're only as old as the youngest person in the room. So if you're underage and you're living with someone who is of age, everyone in the room is still underage, and there can be no alcohol in that room.
Sorry to all you freshmen who thought that you could openly drink in the dorms. Get over it. Many freshmen come to UW-Madison worried about the food that they serve in the dining halls, thinking that it will be just like their old high school cafeteria. But you don't have to worry. 53% of those surveyed believe that the food is actually pretty good. If you're worried about spending money, most people spend $6 to $8 of their housing food account money per day. Many students also eat some meals in their rooms. After everything freshmen hear from their official advice givers, admissions officers, SOAR advisors, academic advisors, and their parents, here's some advice from current students living in the residence halls.
Get good at Smash Bros.
Invest in some sort of egg crate or padding for your bed. As simple as that may seem, sleeping is very important in college. Also, on weekends, stay safe, do what you need to do. Don't drink out of other people's cups. It's a good way to get mono and stuff like that. Let's see here. Sex Out Loud, that's a good resource. Free condoms.
At AUG, it's work hard, play hard, work hard.
If you're a girl and want to party, don't wear heels because you're gonna have to walk to Southeast, party, and walk back at like 3 in the morning.
Live on Lakeshore if you don't want to gain the
Yeah,
15
that's
for
true.
sure. For Path,
Yeah.
don't walk alone.
Or go on the dorm tour, because they'll take you, I think you choose to go to either Southeast or Lakeshore, and they take you to one, and then it is a different feel. So going on the tour of campus and going in a room gives you the feel for at least one of the areas. If you know you don't like that, you know to pick another side of housing. But do live in the dorms.
I guess it depends on what you're looking for. If you're a really studious person and you want to spend your weekends getting work done, being productive, getting lots of sleep, and just, getting good grades, I would recommend Lakeshore. And I guess this is just one dorm out of many. There's a lot down here, but it's generally pretty quiet and the people are a little bit more mellow. If you're looking for more of a party experience, you want to go to Southeast, which I'm sure everyone knows. That's pretty much where all the action is.
Well, I hope that the True Dorm Experience has helped many of you discover what dorm living is actually like here at UW-Madison. This is Jake Kazmarowski, 6A News. Thanks, Jake. If incoming freshmen are looking for any more information about the UW experience, they can go to the UW Alumni Advice page at www.uwalumni.com/advice.aspx. Well, that's all we have here for this hour of 6A News. To all the men and women in harm's way, courage. I'm Jake Kazmarowski, 6A News. Good night.